What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are finishing the 18th consecutive green day of January. We are on a hot streak. It's the 13th day of the month, but this hot streak began in December. $4,755 of profit. Green is good. I'm feeling really good about this little hot streak that we're on. You guys who've been watching for a while, you've seen weeks where I'm averaging 800, 1,500 a day, and it's the best I can do. I'm getting as much as I can out of the market, but there's just not enough volatility. And now here we are. These last couple weeks, we've been seeing lots of volatility, lots of opportunity. Today I took 4 trades, had 4 winners, over $4,700. So I did that in the first 20 minutes of the day, and from there I said, that's it, I'm walking away. Remember, a trait of a consistently profitable trader is knowing when to walk away. So I'm stepping back and enjoy the afternoon. Remember, it's a long weekend. Markets are closed on Monday, so we'll be back at it Tuesday morning. As always, any questions on the recap, leave them below, and I'll come back through and answer them over the weekend. And I look forward to seeing you guys first thing on Tuesday morning. See you guys later. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. I'm going to finish the morning up $4,755.11 in my IRA account. So this account is now getting, actually I guess today we'll be crossing over $50,000. So started the year with $29,000 in the account, up to $50,000 now. Next stop, $75K, and we'll just keep growing this account. It's it's really such a smart thing you can do for yourself if you can get yourself in a position where you can start actively trading in a retirement account, because for this one, the way it's set up, the gains are tax-free. And then when I pull the profit out, it'll also be tax-free. The only thing is that I can't take out any of these profits until I'm 59 and a half years old, which is kind of hard to fathom, but I'm giving myself a gift for retirement, and I'm okay with that. So, and I'm trading in my main account also. I'm trading in both accounts. So today I didn't trade in the main account, but this week I have taken a few trades. So I'm kind of getting profit on both sides. And, in some ways I'm thinking to myself, if I can trade the same way I normally trade in 2 accounts, then I could be making double the profit. But the reality is that these trades are so fast that I'm not able to actually trade in 2 accounts at the same time and get the exact same entry and same exit. So I'm not able to multiply my gains just times 2. Sometimes I'm able to, switch back and forth, but I think in order to really do that, I'd have to have, some software that allowed me to actually execute in 2 accounts, but with 1 hotkey. And I don't know that that's something that's even an option. I don't know. But anyways, for right now, the first goal was just to get this account up towards $50,000, because, from this point forward, I'm starting to have enough buying power to pretty much trade however I want. I can be pretty aggressive. If I want to buy 10,000 shares of this stock, I can buy 10,000 shares of it. I can't buy 15,000, and 15,000 has kind of been where I've been capping out on share size in the last few months. So to be able to buy 15,000 shares of, anything up to maybe, I don't know, $8, I'm going to need over 100 grand in the account. But, days like this, it's adding up real quick. I'm already up, getting close now to 100%. I'm up probably 75% in the account this year, just in the last, what is today? The 13th day of trading in 2019. Been averaging about $3,000 a day. So, the market is hot. I'm sitting at about $37,000 of profit this month. My goal was 40 grand. That keeps me on track for the $500,000 target. But inevitably, some months are going to be well above that target, and some months are going to be well below it. And the months that are well below it, I just have to remind myself that it's the ebb and the flow of the market, and things will come back. There'll be days, if you guys have been watching my recaps for a long time, you'll see days where I was only making $1,000 or $1,500 a day. And then I'll get into this streak where I'm making $4,000 or $5,000 a day every single day. You do that 10, 15 days in a row, that's $75,000 of profit, just from that little hot streak. So those hot streaks contribute so greatly to my annual end of year profits. It's, the biggest thing is managing risk during the inevitable slow periods, because those slow patches will come. And if I keep swinging for the fence, I'm just going to have strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. So I got to be really quick to adjust my positioning. And look at how fast that just dropped. Those of you watching, down to 390 on the bid. Overstaying your welcome in any market can get you into trouble. We've been in a market that's been a little more forgiving the last couple weeks, and that's been nice. But I've got my $3,600 of profit on BPTH, and that's the first one we'll go over today. I'm happy with that. So this morning, same as any other day, those of you guys who are new to the community and just kind of getting up to speed with what we do here, every day I search for a stock that I think has the potential to move 20 to 30%. So I start by looking at these scanners in the morning, and these are showing me the top stocks that are up more than 5%. Stocks that are up more than 5% generally have a reason to be up that much. Typically, there's some type of catalyst. BPTH was up, showing at 2,200%. However, that's actually not true. It was up substantially, or a good amount from yesterday, but it was mostly up because it did a reverse split. We talk about reverse splits during chapter 3 of the day trade course, so I'm not going to get into that really right now too much, but we see reverse splits all the time, and that brings some excitement back into these names, and it definitely did in this case. So the bell rang, and I had a long bias on it. I was watching it possibly over $3. The bell rang, and it squeezed right up to $3.50. I wasn't totally sure that it was going to work. I thought it looked good, but I wasn't certain. So I waited a little bit, and I got in a little high at $3.47 and $3.50. Adding at $3.72 and then selling on the move up towards $4, selling at $4.08, adding back on it, that was SAEX, adding back on it at $4.15 and selling on the move up to $4.40. So my two entries on this. The right entry, the correct entry, was $3.10, but I missed that entry. And so what I did was I bought at the first $0.50 and put my stop at $3.40. So I'm in at $3.50, stop is $3.40. That's a 10-cent stop. A lot of times when we break through those psychological areas of resistance, we get a nice little squeeze. And a lot of times short sellers will put their stops at like $3.50 or $4.01 or something like that, just on the other side of these whole dollars. So we got a squeeze there up to $3.70, $3.75. As it's showing strength, I went ahead and added, thinking it's going to go up at least to $4. It does, and so I'm taking my profits up around there. That's the first trade. It squeezes up to a high of 426, squeezes all the way to 440, and then starts to pull back right here on a 1-minute micro pullback, and this candle was my second entry. I got back in at 415, expecting the first 1-minute candle to make a new high, would get us back up to 440, and it did. We popped to 440, and then we squeezed all the way up to 507. I got my best exit of 100 shares at 504. Kind of lucky that I got out that high. I was out of most of it in the 40s because it kind of did a little tug of war, and then it popped up over the $0.50. I don't know if that was a market order or what happened, but a really nice move. So in the first 4 minutes trading right in there, I made $3,644.83. I did not overstay my welcome. I traded this stock during the time of day where it had peak volume. It had the most volume in the first 5 minutes than it's had here, for the rest of the day. So I think I did the right thing there. I followed the rules. There were a couple of little opportunities in here and maybe in here, but not going to overstay my welcome. Going to take the money, get out of the market, and be back at it next week. So that's BPTH. Next one was CADC. This one was on watch for continuation from yesterday's move. I had higher hopes for it. When it started to pop up, you can see it went from 5 up to 550, 560. I actually got in it right around 537 and 38, and then sold at 54. Made $587 and sold the rest as it came back down to 28. When this started to pop up, CCCL was also starting to pop up. And so what we were seeing were two Chinese stocks squeezing up at the same time. And what we've sometimes noticed in the past is this China stock momentum. So you've got CCCL, CADC. I don't know about these other ones if they were Chinese as well. CBAT, I'm not totally sure if that's Chinese or not. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. JRGC is though. So, we were seeing a couple of these Chinese stocks getting some action, and I thought CCCL was a little too cheap, wasn't sure about it, and I was already watching CADC, so I jumped in, but it didn't hold those levels. Ended up only making a little bit of money. And then SAEX was on watch from yesterday as well. This one I liked for a break over 5. I got in it at 5, or 493s. It was squeezing up. It hit a high of 519, but it also didn't really hold those levels. This one we were watching yesterday over 415. This was a good daily flag break setup right there. First candle to make a new high was 415, and it hit 519. So a nice breakout there, but unfortunately I didn't really do all that well on it. But in any case, 4 trades today, 4 winners. So back to 100% accuracy, sitting at the 18th consecutive green day. This is a nice little hot streak. In the last 18 days, I'm not even sure exactly how much I've made, but it's been a nice hot streak. I'm up at least 37,000 so far here in January. December was a pretty decent month, around 22,000 or something like that. Was a little below my goal, but got most of the profits in the last 2 weeks. And at this point, I'm just happy to be building a cushion in the IRA, because the thing with this account is that you're restricted to how much money you can add each year. So when I started my $583 challenge in January of 2017, I didn't have an IRA at the time. For whatever reason, I had one when I was a little bit younger. My parents had helped me contribute to it or whatever. But I liquidated it to help set up my trading account when I was first getting started in like 2010. So I didn't have any IRA or any annuities or anything like that, or a 401k, because I'd never had a job at a place that offered one. So in January 2017, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just doing this regular thing with my main cash account. And then at the end of the year, I decided in 2018 that I would take some of the profits from that challenge and put it into an IRA account. And so I put in $5,500, which was the maximum contribution limit in 2017. And I put in another $5,500 in 2018. So $11,000. From $11,000, I built it up to $23,000 last year, trading it really only a couple times a month. I really wasn't very active in it. I was pretty conservative. I knew I couldn't add more money and I couldn't afford to fail, so I just only traded in it sparingly when I saw A-quality setups, but I did double the account, so that was good. And then January 1st, 2019, I added $6,000. They increased the max contribution limit for 2018 or 2019. So I added another 6,000 here, and so that was good. So happy with that, and at this point, I'm just going to keep growing the account, and I'm not looking back. So, I'm thinking, goal is just to probably be primarily trading in this account here in 2019, and then maybe trading a little bit in the main account, seeing what I can do. So, anyways, that's about it for me. A good way to finish the week here, and I'll be back at it, of course, first thing on Tuesday morning. The market is closed on Monday, but I'll be back at it on Tuesday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Get some rest. Those of you guys in the classes, make sure you study up, and we'll be back at it on Tuesday morning. All right. Take it easy, everyone. We'll see you guys later. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.